Hey guys, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Sydney, and today I have a figure haul that just might make you feel a little hungry by the end. And of course, that is going to be all the Delicious in Dungeon figures. I have all 4 of the current Nendroids that they have out, and then a 1 scale figure to unbox so far. So I have very much fallen in love with this series, and I hate that I kind of got into it after the Nendroid's already out, so I did have to do some aftermarket hunting to get the ones that I have. This show was just as funny as I was expecting it to be. It's got, again, humor, action, honestly really good character development, I feel like, throughout all of the characters, and it's just such a good series. As far as I know, you can only legally watch it on Netflix. So that's where I've been checking it out. And I think there's 2 seasons. Or was it only 1 and then it was just like 24 episodes? I can't recall how many is out so far, but it is a fantastic series. So I'm very excited to be able to unbox these, and I'm hoping to get some more figures in the future. Like, I would actually like the, I think it's like Fallon. I would love to actually get her huge, massive, like large pop-up parade. I think it might be even extra large pop-up parade. I would love to get that at some point, but that I'm not too stressed about getting right now because it's just so expensive, and I know shipping is going to be crazy, so I gotta like probably pick a US store that has it to try to cut that back, and we'll see. That's like not, I don't have any space for that, so not too worried about it right now, but I'm hoping to get that in the future. And also they have these new, very cute Fallon and Marcelli figures. I think I'm saying her name right. That I'm hoping to get the special set of. So that is on my list, but I thought I'd also share that here in case any of you guys would be interested in ordering it, because honestly, I think they're pretty decently reasonably priced. I don't think they're scale figures, if I recall right. They're really, really cute. So if you're interested. Right, so we will go ahead with the Nendroid, and we are starting with Chilcha. I think I'm saying that right. He is our little small guy. I forget what his like a type is. I can't remember what he is because he's not a dwarf. I can't recall. I forget what he is. But he's smaller, and he's kind of the more fixer person. Like, not so much the battle-y person, but the fixer-upper. And he also like picks the locks and does all that stuff. So here you have him with his stressed out face, him with a little treasure chest, and holding it. It almost looks like a little claw. I'm not 100% sure what it is, and a wrench. Him just arms crossed, neutral faced. Him again just with the chest, and in the chest there is a little coin. And then you have him eating food. They all have a pose like this, which you have to. But yeah, that's kind of basically it. There's like just a little bit different variations of it. You can put the little claw in here, but that's kind of it. So here is how I decided to pose him, and I did actually get the pre-order bonus. I found somebody selling him for honestly a pretty decent price, and I got him and they had the pre-order bonus, which I liked. They have these little extra noodles that you can just put on the edge of the chopsticks, which I kind of like because then I feel like I can incorporate it easier with the rest of the figure, so I love that. And I do have him posed eating and just kind of like stressed out and annoyed face, which I feel is very fitting for him. And I do have the little chest that does open. I've put the little lobster claw in there. I put the little claw in there, and then I also have his wrench in there too. But here is kind of what the inside of the thing looks with the little coin. Up next, we have the chef of the whole team, and that is Shinchi. He is also the like most well-versed in dungeons and food and cuisine, so he is the cook of the team, and he is just so funny, and I just love him. Here he is just buff as heck, but here you got this little like bread or something that he made in his little pan that you can have him carry. They also kind of show what they all look like, and I tried to pose them all to match this so I can have them all in a similar pose together. Him with a chef knife, then a bowl of kind of the food, kind of like a hot pot situation. Him with a ladle, and then kind of the same thing. His one has probably the least amount of things. It only has 2 face plates, like the main one and then the other one. So he is overall very simple, and I pose him like this. He's the most durable and like dense Nendoroid that I have. He's super easy to change out. I will say I feel like the arms are a little loose, especially the ones that are supposed to be holding the pot. So that's was kind of annoying to try to set up to do B-roll. But here he is. And I also think it's funny that his little face plates are square. So if you just pop it off, there's a little square faceplate. But of course, I'd have him posed up eating food, and he is just adorable. And like, honestly, probably one of my favorites. I adore his character so much. He's so like just interesting and funny. But yeah, overall, I love him and I adore this Nendoroid. I think the quality of the Nendoroid honestly turned out fantastic, and I think they really just nailed his detail. But yeah, he is probably my most durable Nendoroid that I've had, and the easiest that I had to assemble out of all of these. And with him, and here is the little hot pot. Or if you pop it out, then you can put the bread in there. But I like to do the hot pot, so it makes sense with what they're eating. All right, moving on, we have Marcelie. Again, might be saying her name wrong, but she is our little blonde, little crybaby, little little magic user. And here she is crying, of course. That's very on brand for her. Her always just being stressed out by having to eat these monsters or do these crazy battles. Then you have her just smiling, looking adorable. Her freaking out holding one of the monster ingredients, and then again the crying, and then we have her just eating. So again, pretty simple. And this is how I chose to pose her. I just love this face. I just feel like it's very her. And I have her eating, of course. They're all eating around the thing, eating around the little hot pot. And I think they did such a good job with her outfit, though. I will say it is cute. And then the back of her hair, you can actually kind of like move it side to side. And then she has like little pegs in this like part of her hair, which I found pretty interesting, so it can kind of go around her like elf ears easier. But I think they did such a good job with her and gave her like some of the best face plates out of all of them. Very fitting for her. And she just looks super cute. They also gave her the kind of more unique stand because of her hair, because like whenever the characters have these like the thick hair, it is really a pain to put them on a normal Nendoroid base. I've never tried like an easel stand, but the normal ones are always kind of a pain, but she actually didn't do too bad. It was a bit of a fight, and she was definitely a little top heavy because of it, but overall, things turned out fantastic. So, very happy with her. And I did also get her pre-order bonus, which was just a ladle. So, I was like, I don't really want to pose her with that. I'm like, meh, I could have lived without it too. And then, of course, here is how her little staff looks, but because I always like to leave out their like main weapons, even if I don't pose them with it. And then up next, we have our leader, our fighter, and that is Leos. I don't know if I'm saying his name right or wrong, so forgive me on that. He is so funny. He is like a definition of a himbo to me, and he is the one that wants to eat the monsters the most, so that's kind of how that all started playing out. But he is so funny, like literally one of my favorite characters. Here he is in kind of a battle pose, him going after the monsters because he's the one that finds them the most delicious looking. Him just kind of in a normal stance. Him kind of pointing up again with the mushroom near him, and then him eating. And here is how I posed him, just kind of with his standard face. I considered doing the eyes closed one, but I don't know, I really liked his eyes on this, so I wanted to do it. I think they did such a fantastic job with his hair. I think it all turned out great. And his little like armor kind of moves, so it makes it easier to move the arms how you need to. And then on the side of him, there is a little peg to put his sword. My dumb self broke it, so if you look in there, you can see the sword got stuck. Yeah, I don't know how I put it in wrong, so make sure you are facing the little lion head little design or whatever out, or it will get caught in there and get stuck, which I was like, alright, whatever, I didn't plan on posing him with that anyways, it's not a huge deal. But it really sucks, because he was the most expensive one that I paid for on the aftermarket, because he is like probably the hardest one to find. But either way, I'm still very happy I have him. I think he turned out adorable. He does also have a second sword, so this is kind of like the little symbol that I was talking about. I can kind of see it. I can't remember what animal it is or what it's supposed to be. I kind of forget, but just make sure that's facing out. But this is just kind of his normal sword. Of course, you get the little mushroom to have, kind of just running around in the background, so of course I have that out. Okay, moving on to our 1 scale figure, and that is of Marciel, or Marcelli. It is by Good Smile Company, and I believe it is a 1/7 scale. There's so many figures of her. To me, this is one that stands out the most because of the base. The base just looks so sick. It has different monsters. It has her just looking adorable, a little book on her lap, and then also even has the little red birds that she makes. That is so funny. I adored that scene, and that's why I'm like, all right, I gotta get these because I just think they're so funny looking, and it was just a fantastic scene that made me love the series more. I just feel like this is the perfect figure, so I'm very excited to unbox her. Of course, this is how she looks in the blister packet. I don't think there's much to assemble, luckily, and it's just kind of her staff. I love easy to assemble figures, and I kind of figured she would be based on just how most of the base is. So I'm very glad they didn't have us putting really anything crazy on, but she turned out fantastic. She looks incredible. This is, like, to me, this is, like, just perfect. Like, they nailed the prototype that they even had, and they really executed her so well. Look at the little red guy. Just with his arm crossed. I love him. On the very scary-esque pumpkin face. Then they have the little, I think, jackalopes or something, and a little mushroom with a little imprint. And then here's kind of what she's sitting on, which I think might be like a little, maybe like a golem rock situation. But oh my gosh, the details of this figure are insane. And even though she is kind of like in a sense, like, got a lot going on, I feel like it's still very compact, where it's not going to take up a ton of room. And I think her hair sculpt is stunning. They really nailed it, and they really nailed her face. I love her. And then a little bird on top of here is so cute. Oh my goodness. I think this turned out fantastic. It's shaded beautifully, and it's just so unique. It's so cool, and I feel like it just really nails the theme of just delicious and dungeon. And I'm just so impressed. Like, I'd love to get some of the more of the characters, but they really haven't had any like scale figures. So I'm hoping we'll get some, because I'm not like a Figma collector or anything like that. So I'm hoping to get some more scale figures of the other characters, but like, man, even the details into the book is insane. They nailed it. Like, they killed this. Good Smile usually does pretty good. They have again, their one-offs. But overall, I'm usually pretty happy with how Good Smile's like figures turn out, and this is no exception. She is beautiful, and I cannot wait to show you the stunning details like up close and some B-roll. They just really, like, I love the facial expressions that they went for with her, because as much as I love her kind of crying, stressed out one, I do want her to just have like a cute little happy blushing face, and I think they nailed it. I'm just so impressed, and I love like the whole color scheme of it. It's just so good. Like, they did an amazing job. I'm so impressed. I am so happy. She's definitely worth picking up if you are like looking to get one. I think this is the figure of her to get for sure. She is stunning. Alright guys, that is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know in the comments what your favorite character is from Delicious in Dungeons, or even just tell me about one of the favorite scenes. And also let me know if you think this is the best figure that they have of her, or if there's another one that you guys prefer. But as always, thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!